All right, and we're live.
Well,
Hello, everyone, and happy Halloween. We
happy
don't
Halloween.
celebrate it here in Israel, but everyone it doesn't stop everyone here from putting on costumes.
Well, I live in California, Miss Gothica, and I don't celebrate it here, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah, but I mean, well, we're not supposed to celebrate it here. As
Oh,
always, I am late for my own stream, but those of you who actually watch these should be used to it by now.
uh,
That one view is actually myself. I need to get rid of that.
okay.
There we go.
Ah,
Just in case I press on it, it's gonna start. Oh, hi Andrew. This is Silver Knight Comics, Mr. Aesthete.
oh, don't I gotta
This
go
is his
find him.
heavy metal channel.
Oh, okay, Silver Knight. I gotta look him up. Silver Knight. Cool.
So we're here to discuss Hellboy. And I mean, it is Halloween, so perfect time to talk about the devil
Yeah. Jeez.
and horror and everything else related.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Well, Miss Gothica, I think I stopped celebrating Halloween when I was in my teens because a lot of bad stuff was happening, right? You know,
Razor blades and candy, he said.
yeah, something like that. I don't know if that really happened. That's just stuff we read in the news. Who knows if it really happening? But certainly
Well,
now going
we
out,
don't celebrate it here. I bet it's not kosher or something.
don't know. Well, we usually just turn off all the lights and pretend we're not home. So the people knocking on the door, well, they're not going to get any candy today.
Well, here we have Purim, which is kind of the same. You dress up and well,
Okay.
you don't really hand money, but they have long ago are handing chocolate coins, chocolate coins.
Okay, so Miss Gothica, let's say you did celebrate Halloween. What would you dress up as?
Hmm, I don't know.
Not Hellboy?
I can just go as myself. My face is scary enough on its own.
Oh, come on. I would think of
I
you
go
going out
I'd
as
go
Hellboy.
as
With
I'd
the
go out as
arm.
Hellboy.
Yeah, I think so. That would be
But I'd
cool.
have to work all year on that costume. I'd have to make the stone arm, the
Yeah,
right hand of doom.
the shaved
Yeah,
horns.
yeah. Red makeup.
Yeah,
I heard that Ron Palmer had to sit like 6 hours in the chair just to put on all that makeup.
6 hours.
Yeah,
Dang.
something like that. But anyway, it's been a long time, so not fun.
God. Well,
Yeah, I can kind of get why he didn't want to make a third one.
I'm sure they must do it differently now with all the computer graphics they can do rather than him dressing
Yeah,
up.
now it just looks shit.
Well, I gotta thank you.
Unless you happen to have Marvel's budget.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't know how they have the budget to make those movies, but definitely they're expensive. I mean, the Hellboy ones were.
I mean, the MCU. I mean, the
Yeah,
MCU.
yeah, yeah. Well, Hellboy too. I mean, they had a lot of special effects. At least the first one did. That's the one I enjoyed the most. I don't care about the other two. Although
But there was only yes.
I gotta give the newest one another try because I didn't give it a fair chance to be honest.
I'm not even gonna look at it again. No Liz, no Abe, no money.
Definitely,
Ah,
definitely low
and we're not
budget, right?
getting my money anyway, so it
Uh,
doesn't matter.
yeah, I'll find some way to watch it for free with my budget.
Legally, YouTube. In case you're
Yes,
listening,
yes,
legally.
yes, legally, yes. I on cable, right?
Yeah, on cable.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Miss Gothica, last time we spoke, we didn't. I don't remember you showing me much Hellboy comics. I think I showed a couple, but I got to
Yeah,
thank
because
you for
all of
getting me
mine
into
are
Hellboy. So
were
really,
hidden below.
yeah,
I'll show them to you now. The ones
yeah,
I could dig up.
Yeah,
Now
cool.
this is the omnibus that I have, the first one.
Mm.
It's in a paperback for protection. This is a Seed of Destruction and Seed of Destruction. So this is Omnibus Volume 1.
Mhm. I just finished reading that on Hoopla. I read it electronically. I know you're not a fan of reading things electronically, but that's how
If
I
my
read it.
eyes didn't hurt after a little while, I might have. And then I have this one. It's a long night at Goloski Station.
Mm.
That was a nice and weird one.
Mm.
Hellboy comes to this station. You have this old goat guy. Oh yeah, and you have demons. His cousins come to visit him
God.
because all the little I remember in that scene, all the little demons there in hell. They look a lot like Hellboy, so they always say
Mm.
"Hello, cousin,"
Oh God.
because he's technically a cousin. Then I
Yeah.
have this, which I haven't read yet, but it's the Hellboy Universe Essential.
Hmm.
Mike Manola and others.
Hmm. Cool.
Yeah, so it has all these essential information and other stories. I guess maybe to fill in some holes about some Hellboy knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have
Cool.
that. We have this that the boy who had 7, Matt, sent me.
Oh, okay. Nice.
This is Hellboy and the BPRD. Saturn Returns.
Hmm. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, he sent these to me, and one of them got destroyed.
Oh no.
Another one. He also sent me the first appearance of Hellboy, which got destroyed.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's money.
Yeah, poor Matt. I
Oh.
felt so bad. He sent all that. You see, this is the
Hmm.
one that got destroyed as
Hmm.
well. I don't know
Wow.
if you can see the water damage very well.
I can't see the damage, but I can see the art, the cover art. Very cool.
Yeah, this is not Mike Manola though.
Hmm.
Someone else did the covers because it's not
Mhm.
his style.
Mhm.
Uh, Here, girls will do what? Oh, great! I got a porno channel in the comments.
Oh.
I won't show it on the. You can see it on the side.
Okay.
Let's not give them attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is one of the newer ones I got. This is Hellboy and the BPRD Family Ties.
Hmm.
I haven't read this one yet.
Hmm.
But it's Hellboy and some agent that I don't remember
Okay.
seeing.
Yeah.
There we go. Andrew can see it. I mean the poor channel or the damage. And then now this is one I have read. This is Hellboy Into the Silent Sea.
Hmm.
It's a very wacky story. It's Hellboy. This is about the time period where he's not with the BPRD and he's traveling around, it seems. So the story starts with him. He's on the shore of this island. He's walking on the shore and he takes a boat and he goes into the sea and he's rowing. But he goes and then you see a giant ship appear.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, he wakes up and he's tied to the main pole of the ship. And then a lot of weird shit happens.
It's usually the thing with Hellboy.
something.
A lot of weird shit happening.
Yeah, but this is especially interesting. Now, this happens during 2003 in their timeline.
Okay. Okay.
And Hellboy's left the BPRD.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't know. It's interesting if there's more during this period. If he was in contact with anyone or did he just up and leave. And this is Chesborough House, the first part. Very nice. Now I finally have the second one.
Cool.
I haven't read the second one yet, but we'll see if yeah, this is also Hellboy comes to this house as a favor because this blonde lady here, her mom knew the professor and asked if as a favor if he could send someone to help with the seance on her house.
Seance.
It's worth seance. It's worth knowing, people, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
And then we have Hellboy in Hell. The Descent.
Now, I believe that might be in the third omnibus, the third volume, and I'm kind of looking
Could
forward
be.
to that.
I haven't
Whether it is
read
or
that
not,
one
but
yet.
I'm getting to it eventually. I'm on volume 2 right now. There's
I
4
haven't read it
omnibuses.
yet, but it looks like this happens after Hellboy loses his eye to Baba Yaga.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Wow.
story where we learn that I don't remember if he gave her his eye or she took it, but he's missing an eye for a while, and
Okay.
Baba Yaga has it. So I think this might be it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I need to get that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's in the Seed of Destruction where we learn about the eye thing.
Oh, I don't
Maybe,
remember
I
that.
think. Well, but we see Baba Yaga there. She's
Yes.
talking to
Yes, I do remember
Rasputin.
that.
Rasputin knew her. She was kind of like his grandma.
That's kind of weird.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I've been collecting Hellboy stuff here and there. This is a Paulo
Oh, all
Rivera
right.
cover, by the way.
Man, I should have wait. I should have made myself big when I showed these. Oh well.
Oh,
Here we go.
there you go. Thank you.
I'll show them later again, real quick.
Yeah. I've been collecting
Hi,
here and
Mr.
there.
Gray. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Mr. Gray. I've been collecting stuff just because it was interesting, whether it's the cover or just the idea of Black Flame. But I never started reading these because me being Catholic, I just didn't want to have anything to do with hellish stuff. But I think thanks to your channel and seeing some of the stories you covered, kind of got me interested. Because I did see the first movie and liked it. And after reading the
yeah, that was 666 subs. Is one
funny.
short of 666.
That's
Really?
funny.
I thought it was at 500 and something.
Yeah,
I would love to get
Tyler,
stuck on that number of subs. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, if you go 667, I'll unsub you, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I just didn't want to touch any of this stuff, being Catholic.
Yeah.
And,
Hi, Tylex the Mighty.
Tylex the Mighty's here in the house. But I just started reading them because of your reviews, and I guess I got interested, and I read, the first volume omnibus, and I'm just going to rent the other 3 through the library. It's free. This one's signed by Mike Mignola, by the way. I don't know if you can read it. It's kind of smushy and blobby, but that's him. Yeah.
That's one of my dreams, to get a Mignola signature.
Well, he used to live like 30 minutes away from me, but I think he's in LA now, probably because of the movies. This is one of my favorite
Well,
stuff.
sadly, I don't know if I'll ever get to LA.
You never know.
If someone wants to make my channel big and give me a shit ton of money, that'd be appreciated.
Hey.
Or if not, then give some to Mr. Gray, please.
And this one, I think I told you a week or so ago, this one won an Eisner. This is by
Adam
Hughes and Mignola. So I think this came out like 3 or 4 years ago. I read it. It was kind of fun.
I need to get myself that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the volumes. They're kind of big. They're like 300, 400 pages long.
Yeah, that's a lot of reading material.
Yeah. He's from hell, but he's a good guy, right? Kind of wrap your head around that, right? But he kind of doesn't fit in, but he's his own guy, right? He doesn't care where he fits in.
Actually, he fits in very well, despite looking like a big devil.
Yeah. He makes
that's
himself
one of the
fit
reasons.
In his way.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love Hellboy. Even though he looks nothing like a human, no one ever seems to be too ecstatic or anything when he's around.
You know what I haven't picked up on is why he's always taking off his horns. He makes an effort just to break them off and shave it down. Why is he doing that? Just so he can look more human, or
I
Because
don't know.
what?
I don't
Because
think that is the reason. I think it might be more with Hellboy not wanting to be evil.
or maybe it gets in the way when he does
Nah,
stuff.
I think it might be him not wanting to accept the crown of hell. Because when his horns grow, the crown appears between the horns.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just not to have a reminder of that, perhaps.
Now, wait a minute, Miss Gothica. Is that the official explanation, or did you just make that
No,
up?
no, I didn't. It's just what I think. I don't know
Okay.
what's the real reason. Maybe that's why, because I know that when his horns grow, the crown will appear here.
Oh,
Perhaps
okay.
he takes them off to not think about that.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's this one story I read where he took them off and he used it as a weapon. That was kind of weird.
I mean, it is a handy weapon.
Yeah, especially when they're super sharp, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it'd be more beneficial to keep them. Then you can use them to spike someone.
You know, one of the things he always says is, I'm going to be sore in the morning, right? When he's battling somebody. But when he takes off his horns.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Right, but when he takes off his horns, it never seems like it hurts him. Looks like he just takes it off easily. Like cutting off your nails, I suppose, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the nail is a bone. Maybe it's just a bone that doesn't hurt.
I guess.
Doesn't really hurt that much to cut your nails. Maybe it's the same for his horns. Maybe he just snaps them off easily and that's it. He calls it a night.
Yeah. Now, isn't there a story coming up where he does break off his arm, or his arm comes off, or someone takes it off?
I don't know. I have subscribed to a new Hellboy series. Maybe it happens there.
I don't know. When I come up upon it, we got to go talk about that.
Yes. I must get that one if it is coming out.
Yeah.
My goal is to collect all the Hellboy stories.
Well, I definitely want to read them on Hoopla electronically, but I know you don't want to read them electronically, right?
Nah, not worth the headache later.
Well,
also, I prefer paper.
Well, yeah, I prefer paper too, but reading electronically is free, though. You know, you just borrow it from the library, and then you can just read it, and enjoy it.
Trust me, in our library, we will not have that kind of collection of comics in Israel. The only ones they have are ones I donated. I'm like, here, have some education.
Okay.
Comic book education.
That's funny.
Only to the library, I can only give them volumes. Because if I try to give them single issues, they'd be destroyed in a second. No doubt about it.
Just curious, though. How long you been reading Hellboy? It's been all this time, or just the last couple of years?
2 years, probably.
Yeah. Because I look back on your videos for older Hellboy stuff, and it only goes back a couple of years. So I think you just recently discovered it, yeah?
No, I've known about Hellboy. Just recently, I started. The last 2 years, I started getting Hellboy comics. Someone's wondering in the kitchen. Maybe it's Hellboy here for a snack.
Oh no.
My grandma would probably freak out. Oh, there she is. Grandma appearance number 15. I think so. Was a Matt Spidey's. I was like, "Oh, a grandma appearance." My grandma appearances are popular now.
Yeah. You know, one of the Hellboy reviews you did, it was it's like a younger Hellboy.
Yeah, young Hellboy.
Young Hellboy, yeah. And the art was different. It wasn't Mignola, I don't think.
No.
It looked like it was very cartoonish, right?
Just some of the covers were Mignola, but
I think
the inside wasn't.
I think that's the one that kind of got me into looking up Hellboy, because obviously Mignola's not he's not the only artist doing it. Like this one is this one's by Adam Hughes.
He's not doing the art in here either. Here it's someone else's inside.
Right. This one's Alex
and it does
Lee.
look good. I mean, Hellboy looks good here, I think.
Yeah. It's kind of cool to see other renditions. I like Mignola's
Although
stuff,
this will still be my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
out of all of them.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't remember. And here the art wasn't bad, but I think who drew this it's better than that one. But that is a question of taste, though.
So, remind me again, how do you get your comics? You don't have a local comic book store you just go into. You order somewhere, right? Just like me, I just order stuff, right?
No, I can go to a comic shop, but it's 2 cities away.
Oh, yikes!
And in here, someone else did the art as well.
Hmm.
It's not by Mike Manola.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I really love the art here too. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh
Do you
wait,
know?
let me make it big.
Do you happen to know the artist on that one?
Yeah, I'll say his name.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's very good
Absolutely,
looking.
absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, but the cover is by Mike Manola.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely him.
And let's see, the artist of this one is. Oh, there they are. Art by Gary Ganny. I hate all these surnames. Ah, shit.
Gary Johnny.
I don't know. They need to come next to them with an explanation how to pronounce their bloody name.
It's either Gary Gianni or Gary Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally, I get Google to assist me with that one.
There you go.
As it's easier. Normally, I just tell people, here you go. Just read it for yourselves.
So, when's the last time you saw the first movie? It's been a while for you, huh?
Ooh, it's been over 10 years,
Oh, wow.
I think,
Yeah.
since I saw both of them.
Yeah, it was a long time since I saw the first one, but I rewatched it like I don't know a month ago, and it was really
I
fun.
need to rewatch it as well.
Yeah.
I think I forgot to do something here.
Forgot to do something.
Not for this live stream. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I do hope they make more Hellboy movies. You were telling me there was Hellboy cartoons. Right?
Yes, cartoon movies. I don't know with the state. Yeah, I remember liking them. I didn't watch all of them, but I caught a few on TV. And with the state of Hollywood, I'm not sure I want them to be making any Hellboy movies. Stay away from my Hellboy.
Yeah, but I got to go look at those cartoons. Those sound like fun too. Sometimes the cartoons.
Those are cool.
They're
normally way better.
Would you say the cartoons are mature audiences only, or can kids watch them?
Well, I mean, even in the comics, Hellboy never really swears that much. He says crap. That's not really that extreme, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't remember, though. I catch a lot of stuff on TV I probably shouldn't have been watching.
Right. Well, especially cartoons. You never know if it's for kids or adults or what.
Well, depending. Normally, those that were on the kids' channel I watched were for kids.
Oh, by the way, just like this live stream, this is only for adults, by the way, not for kids.
No kids watch this channel. It's about as popular as, well, a rock.
Okay.
Although I'd reckon if there's a channel that shows The Rock for 3 hours, that's probably more popular than my whole channel.
Do you think so, really?
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, there's a guy who smiles for 4 hours of video, so I don't know what to tell you.
No, really?
Yeah, he sits and smiles for 4 hours. I'd probably shoot him between the eyes. I mean, if someone's that fucking happy for 4 hours straight, something's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or he sewed his mouth muscles so they stay like this. My grandma once told me there was this Russian actress who got the surgery with golden strings to keep her face up.
Golden strings? Is that like the cheap version of Botox?
I don't know. Maybe the old version of a facelift.
Maybe.
where you watch a guy sleep. See? Well, to be fair, I'm not like the Twitch streamer ladies.
Twitch
I
streamer.
just don't have the boobs for it. Well, yeah, they just, they wear a crop top and sleep and get millions of views.
Oh my god, that sounds creepy.
Or maybe I should do like the Amareth lady and lick a microphone. She does the ASMR thing where you make noises to give me the creeps.
Oh
Well, she licks a microphone. Isn't that inventive?
uh,
But she can get away with it because she's hot.
oh,
If
yeah?
I did it, people think I'm nuts.
You know what? I'm not going to look for that, Miss Gothica. I'll skip
Neither
it.
will I. I blame Simple Simon for even exposing me to that.
Okay, so
I
it's
could have
his
lived
fault.
my whole life not knowing about that.
Okay. Thank you, Simon, for letting us know.
Yes, thank you, Simon. He does this lick worthy, so he showed he said, "Here's a random Twitch babe."
Okay.
And then I was delighted to see Amaret running her tongue over a dirty microphone. Now my life is complete.
Well, I guess you haven't lived till you've seen other people's tongue and how they use it, right?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I hope she washes that thing before she licks it.
So, Miss Gothica, getting back to reviews, I gotta say, there was another review that I gave equal weighting that I took very seriously of yours. It was your review of Little Prince, because I heard of that book, and I never got a chance to read it.
It's a very popular one.
Well, I read it not that long ago, maybe less than 6 months ago. It was surprisingly really, really good. And I watched the cartoon.
It's a sad one too.
Well, yeah, it's kind
Very
of got
sad.
that impermanence thing attached to it.
You know
But it
that
was
the
really good.
the writer of that book disappeared and was never found.
Isn't that weird? He was a pilot, right?
Yeah, and he disappeared.
It's like a mystery. They
Yeah.
could make a great Hellboy story about that. Him finding him.
They could. They kind of did something like that in Young Hellboy with one of the characters, Scarlet O'Hara. Was it Scarlet O'Hara? No, not Scarlet O'Hara, but the main character's name is Scarlet, and she has a surname. Okay. She was this great pilot too, and then she disappeared. And the professor and Hellboy meet her on this island. Mm-hmm. There's this portal, it takes them to this island. That's how the island is hidden. So they meet her there.
I'm wondering if you're thinking about the female pilot that got lost. What was her name?
Sky Child? It's not Amelia Earhart, Mr. Gray. It's her name is Scarlet.
Yeah, I was thinking about Amelia Earhart as well.
No, it's not Amelia Earhart.
Okay, but that would have been a cool story if Hellboy met with her.
Maybe she's based on Amelia Earhart. I don't know.
Could be.
Let me try to find her name, maybe.
Yeah, I tell you, if I had a bigger budget, I would probably buy all the hardcover Hellboy Omnibuses, or Omnibuy, however you want to pronounce it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hear there's a collectible edition, 1, 2, 3, and 4 all together.
An omnibus?
Of all 4 omnibus. All 4 of them
together. Me. Imagine lifting that.
I think
I'd rather buy them individually.
Well, it's 4 individuals in a box set, is what I meant to say. And it's coming out this month. I don't think I would buy it, but if I had all the money in the world, maybe I would.
There we go. Yeah, her name is Scarlet. Sky Devil something. Strange, it doesn't say her name here. Yeah, but she's a character that I think she's based on someone as well.
It sounds like an Amelia Earhart story, though.
I don't know. Did Amelia Earhart disappear?
We don't know what happened to her, sadly. Just like the author of Little Prince, we don't know what happened to him.
Maybe he went to join the Little Prince. I
There,
don't know. There we go. Scarlet Santiago. That was her name.
Scarlet
Scarlet
Santiago.
Santiago is Sky Devil.
You know what? Now you got me curious. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm gonna have to find it now. See what you
Nah,
got
it's
me doing.
Scarlet Santiago, Mr. Gray. But maybe she was based on Amelia Earhart. I don't know. There's a lot of lore in Hellboy stories normally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was. I mean, Scarlet Santiago. I don't remember. I think I might have looked. I don't know if she's based on someone real or not.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a pretty cool character.
Well, you know, after you have the same story over and over again, fighting Nazis, fighting vampires, fighting supernatural demons, you got to come up with other stuff, right? So
Well, yes. I think he just burned both DC and Marvel.
there you go. Yeah, but might be, he comes up with really cool stuff.
Yeah. No, Amelia.
No, Amelia. Hmm.
No, so no, it's not Amelia, or no, it is Amelia. That's the question.
Yeah.
Did you mean it is based on Amelia Earhart, Mr. Gray, or it's not?
Well, I am a Google.
Man, maybe it is. I don't know. It says her dad was killed by not Amelia Earhart. In the story, Scarlet Santiago, her dad was killed by these robbers or bandits. And then they went after her, and after that she disappeared. It's really cute. Hellboy's been reading her adventures in the comic.
Okay.
That's how he knew her. He's like, "Hey, lady, I know you."
That's funny.
Yeah, he's like, "I know you, lady." And then you have a flashback of him reading about her adventures
Okay,
in the BPRD somewhere.
So when I Google Scarlet Santiago, I get some weird Instagram stuff. So I don't, you know what? I'm just gonna go wait till I find that story. Sky Devil, you call it? Is that what it's called? Sky Devil.
That's what she's called. That's her nickname, Sky Devil.
Okay.
But her name is Scarlet Santiago.
But you got me interested. I'm gonna have to look it up and find it. I'm sure it's
interesting.
Story.
It is interesting what she's based on.
Hmm.
All right, Mr. Gray. Maybe it was about that pilot we were thinking of. It's Amelia Earhart. I know she disappeared. But yeah, they're real funny there. This lady, spoilers, by the way, for anyone who hasn't read Hellboy, Young Hellboy and the Hidden Island. Okay. She gets the power to turn into a giant gorilla.
Okay, wait a minute. The Sky Devil person can turn into a giant
Scarlet
gorilla?
Santiago. She lands on this island again, spoilers. Anyone? Well, no one's watching. Fuck it. She gets
I'll
the power.
close my ears because I haven't read it.
Anyway, just know she gets powers to turn into a giant monkey, and when she turns, she takes off her clothes, and she's like, "Here, Hellboy, hold this." And Hellboy like catches that and puts his hand like this in front of his little eyes.
Okay. That's funny. Oh, I gotta
and the professor is like that too when that happens. It's like, oh. It was hilarious. I love the strategically placed plants they put there.
Okay.
And I always like seeing those strategic objects covering the needed bits.
See, that's why it's so important that when you read comics, you just don't read it real fast, the words. You got to look at the pictures too.
And there's something with that name who is an Instagram star.
Apparently so, Mr. Gray. I think Scarlet Santiago does exist in the real world, if that is her real name.
Probably one of them Instagram models, maybe.
Instagram model, Instagram star.
Well, I don't know how much of a star you are for taking a picture of your butt in a bikini, but I suppose we all have a different meaning to the star. Well, that's what all the popular ladies do, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't use Instagram for that, obviously. I just show off my collection. Book
And they
done.
show off their collection.
There you go.
Their collection of bikinis.
Their
That
bikini
is.
collection, yeah.
Yeah, for all the 12-year-old boys.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
That's what our microphone licking lady does too.
Oh my gosh, we're back to her again, huh? You just can't
Well,
get that out of your head.
I blame Simon for that one.
Yeah, let's
He
troll
traumatized me for
Simon.
life.
Oh God.
Simon's not gonna watch this. I think he's sleeping now.
Oh, there you go. He's in Australia, isn't he?
Oh, not yeah, he's sleeping. I think it's early in the morning for him. Something like maybe even 2:00 now. So he's in dreamland, dreaming about legs.
It's almost 11 here. What time is it over there in Israel?
Almost 8 p.m.
Yeah. 11 in the morning is usually, on Sundays, is usually when Catholics are at church. I used to go to church all the time, but now I read Hellboy instead.
What happened if you brought a Hellboy comic to church?
Probably not a good idea, Miss Gothica.
Do all the Catholics bring out the pitchforks?
No pitchforks. There's no violence there.
Well, I guess you wouldn't because it has horns. Very bad.
Yeah. Well, I used to like going to church. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, unfortunately. But I still enjoy my comics. Even in my 50s.
I bet it's a nice community thing if you do that.
Yeah, it can be. It can be with the right people,
Yeah, you see all your neighbors every week. And friends and everything. So that must be a fun part of it.
Sometimes. But that is the reason why I didn't get into Hellboy right away. Being Catholic, you just stay away from this stuff. You just stop. But amazingly, it's great stuff. It's great writing. I love the stories, especially the stuff in Volume 1. Volume 2, it's kind of slow right now.
Seed of Distraction.
Seed of Destruction. Yeah, that was great stuff.
Good old Rasputin.
But he was a real character, right? He did exist, did he not? Rasputin?
Yeah, he was real. It was a real figure in history.
I'm ashamed to admit I don't know his history very well, but I've heard that name.
History
so
connected. Yeah, it was during the time of the Romanovs. They claim he was maybe immortal because they shot him and tried to poison him, and he didn't die. But who knows?
Yeah.
They could have embellished things back then as well.
Yeah. So that's probably why he's ideal bad guy for Hellboy, yeah?
I mean, there is a cartoon, Anastasia, about the missing daughter of the Romanov family. Because they were all killed and she disappeared. They found her body a few years ago, though. But when I was a kid, Anastasia is one of my most favorite movies, cartoon movies. I would watch it over and over and over.
The other weird thing that was in Hellboy that was tied to reality was that Iron Maiden.
Yes.
I mean, it is a real thing that existed, but I don't know if they actually use it that way.
Really? Because my hair is curly. His wasn't.
Well,
unless you mean we have the same greasy-looking hair, maybe.
Well, who knows how his hair was like? We don't know, right?
Well, it's depicted as black in both this comic and in the cartoon movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. You should see Anastasia. Rasputin is hilarious there. There's dancing with bugs and a bat.
I know I watched it when I was younger. I just don't remember the story, and I don't remember Rasputin in it, which is weird. But I know they were.
I love that movie. That's a real Disney princess there. Some of those Disney princesses can learn a thing or two from Anastasia. And that's a lady with spunk.
Yeah, you wonder what really happened back then. I mean, there's a lot of deviations from the truth, right? A lot of alternative facts.
Well, yeah, I mean the that cartoon movie's obviously not based on fact. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
someone took the story and made their own thing
A
in
lot of
it, and
embellishment, probably.
yeah. Well, they took the base idea and they made a Disney, well, not a Disney princess, but they made a princess movie out of it.
Hmm, hmm.
And well, Rasputin there is still an evil wizard as he was, but it's different. He's a zombie in there.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Has Hellboy ever fought zombies? I guess he sort of does, right?
Well, yeah, I mean he fights the undead
He
often,
fights the
so that kind
undead.
of counts.
Yeah, but I was thinking more like zombies, like Walking Dead kind of
Well, in
zombies.
the Walking Dead is so boring. They made
I
a crossover between Hellboy and The Walking Dead. I wouldn't even look at it.
oh, but I bet it would sell. I mean, people saw that crossover. I mean, you never know. They've crossed over a lot of weird things. You know?
I don't know. I tried reading The Walking Dead. I got bored. It's just not for me. Too much human drama, not enough zombie killing.
Well, I enjoyed the first couple of seasons, but then it's
No,
not
I
it's not
read.
any too well.
I accidentally got the condemnation of it.
Oh
I
yeah.
bought it on Amazon. I thought I was buying the first volume, and I
Mhm.
got this gigantic thing home.
Mhm.
My grandma dragged it in a big blue bag home. She's like, "Here." I'm like, "The fuck is this thing? Why is it? Why is one volume in a huge bag?" And I open it and I'm like, "Oh shit."
So you didn't enjoy it, huh? Nothing about it you enjoyed. Well,
No,
that's too
nothing.
bad. Mhm.
At first, it was kind of interesting. I got pissed off at the beginning because Rick supposedly been laying for a month without moving, no nurses changing his urine bag and IV, and he had no food and water. And somehow got up, everything's fine, put on his clothes. On the way out, got hit twice in the head, but it's okay. What's a concussion?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I just that just destroyed my suspension of disbelief immediately. I just had too many hospital visits to believe that a man, after a month of not walking and with no food or water, suddenly got up
Mhm.
and and also fought zombies on top of that. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And then there was the family drama and all the characters, and I just got bored. I don't give a shit who screwed who and who's pregnant from who. Get to killing zombies, people. Look,
Okay.
lady or sir, we
So,
do not care about your porn channel. Go somewhere else.
oh, did you get a troll?
Nah, it's someone promoting I think a sex
Oh,
channel.
oh no. Yikes. So speaking of relationships, did Hellboy and Liz get together, or am I getting that wrong?
I'm not sure. It does seem
Oh,
like
I'm
when
not
Liz
sure
is an
either.
adult, there might be something there. I
Mhm.
haven't gotten deep into the omnibus. I think it happens there, if anywhere.
Okay.
But when she's a teenager and a kid, Hellboy seems to be more like a big brother to her.
Mhm.
She seems to trust him, and he's always the one who goes to pick her up when she runs away. And I think when she's a teenager, she might be a time where she doesn't want to communicate with him. Being a teenager, rebellious and all that.
Mhm.
But I know Hellboy's always there for her.
Yeah, that might be the one thing that's strange, a strange deviation from the movie and the comics, because I thought him and Selma Blair were something, and then I didn't see that in the comics, or at least I don't think I did.
I don't know. Maybe it's later on.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe the further you read it, then you get to it.
The other thing that's weird about Hellboy is he likes chocolate. He likes Baby Ruths. Or am I just imagining that?
Haven't seen him once eat chocolate in the comics
Not
yet.
in the comic, but in the movie, right? I can't go a day without chocolate, Miss Gaga. I'm telling you.
I don't remember if Hellboy ate chocolate in the movie.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Mr. Gray liked the new movie. I don't know. I saw the trailer and I couldn't be fucked.
I gave it like 30 seconds and then I turned it off. I really need to give it another try. I don't know that actor, and
I hope you like it. I'm not gonna even bother. I can't be fucked with movies. I'm not putting myself through an hour and a half of it.
well, the first one though is worth watching again because I thought it was really good.
No, I will watch the old ones. I'm talking about the newest one.
Yeah, the new one I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will give it another fair shake.
I won't. Fuck it. No Liz, no Abe. I'm already disappointed.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Abe needs his own movie, does he not?
Yeah,
He
Abe
deserved
would
it.
be cool to see
Yeah,
him, maybe to see his origin. That would be awesome.
or just to use his powers and fight off some bad guys because he's cool in his own right.
I don't
Let's see.
know if he really has powers. I remember in the
Well,
second movie he can read stuff by touching the door when Liz is in the bathroom.
mhm.
That's how he finds out she's pregnant
Oh,
in the second movie. But I don't think he has those powers in the comics. He's very intelligent and he is obviously a marine creature. He
mhm.
can swim and he
Yeah,
can fight, but
yeah.
I don't know if he has any powers beyond that.
Hmm.
I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure now. But it would be
At
cool to
least
have his
based
own
on what
movie.
I've seen. Yeah, I would. I would love if they Mike Manola released origin for him, so we could see his origin story,
Mhm, mhm,
how he started, how he even became what he was. Was he always a sea creature? Was he turned into one
mhm,
and then placed in that chamber until they found him?
mhm.
That would
And
be really interesting to see.
and he's the only one of his kind, right? There's no other like
Yeah.
him. Hmm.
Well, yeah. Not that I know of.
Mhm. And isn't he the one that eats the rotten eggs? Or am I confusing character?
I don't recall it. In the
Okay.
comics, you don't really see them eating that often, so I don't
Well, in
know.
the movie is what I'm referring to.
I'd imagine he has a unique diet,
I'm sure he does.
considering that he's a sea creature.
Oh my god, I think I have a unique diet. Too much chocolate. Not so much Baby Ruth, but chocolate in general.
Now you eat chocolate, he eats rotten eggs, apparently. It would be interesting to find out what his diet is as well.
Mhm, mhm.
And I'd imagine he'd eat fish too.
Yeah, little fish at least.
It's interesting in the seat of destruction, in the part where we're in that old lady's house after the professor gets murdered,
Mhm, mhm.
and so Abe comes there in a disguise. Later in his room, he takes it off, and he goes underwater because the house is practically underwater.
Mhm, mhm.
And then there's the part where he sees the other Rasputin turns the woman's dead sons into these sort of sea creatures as well.
Mhm.
It's interesting. Abe's looking at them later when they take the old lady with them down below. That was a sad and creepy part.
Well, there's a lot of sad and creepy parts in Hellboy
Yeah, that
stories.
one's that's one of the ones that stood out most to me in everything I've read so far. Just the desperation of the woman to work with Rasputin, just to not really be with her sons again, but
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, there are a lot of weird instances like that with those characters. Don't just give up
well, the
whatever they have.
supernatural does lead to a lot of sad stories, doesn't
Mhm,
it?
mhm.
Like the
Yeah,
one in Chesborough House as well, or in here.
yeah. Well, I was I was reading volume two, and I was going, okay, you know what? Some of this is kind of pressing me. I need to go read other stuff too. I can't just read Hellboy throughout. I
I
got to go
remember
mix it up with other stuff.
I'm trying to remember what happened here, but all right, yeah, it's they find all these bodies down below in a destroyed building in some town. I don't remember what happens later here.
Hmm.
But yeah, I remember this also had some sad stuff in it.
Mhm.
But still, there's
So,
a lot of cool supernatural things you can do with Hellboy. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Aesthete, you were saying?
oh no, I was just curious. What other things you've been reading lately other than Hellboy? Because I can't just. I mean, I'm into
I
trying to read as
started
much.
this finally.
Oh yeah. You were telling me about that. Yeah, I've got
Mouse
to go.
Guard.
I've got to look that up.
Yeah, this is one of the newer ones. It has some short stories. I really love the art of Mouse Guard.
So the main character here is an owl. Is that it?
No, it just has several stories
Oh, okay.
about the mice. It's very interesting. David Peterson made a whole society and a whole idea about these mice. Kind of like Mike Mignola made with Hellboy and the VPRD.
Right,
The
right, right.
VPRD is a very interesting branch.
Hmm.
I wish I could have dug up the Hellboy book that I have, the one that I told you about
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
with the short stories.
Uh-huh.
But, we should maybe do this again sometimes when you have a free Saturday, and I'll try to
Yeah.
dig out those.
Well, the next time we do this, I got to go read some more. Like I want to do just BPRD reading and then Abe stories and then.
Oh, a new series about the BPRD is coming out, by the way.
Oh no kidding.
Yeah, let me
Uh,
check just a second. I'll tell you what it's called. I subscribed to it because when I ordered Chesborough House, I didn't subscribe and I missed out on the second one. So this time I was like, I'm subscribing. Give me all the issues.
don't you just hate that when you miss out on something? You go, oh man, how come I didn't order that, or why did I miss that? I do
Yeah,
that
well,
with.
I only get that feeling with Hellboy.
I kind of get that feeling with Black Widow because that's my main character that I collect. I feel like I miss something, and I hate that feeling.
Let me see. All right, there we go. I think it's Hellboy and Bones of Giants. I think that was the one. Oh no, wait, maybe no. It was nah, because it was with the BPRD. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's the one. Hellboy Silver Lantern Club. That's another one. Oh,
Boy,
goody! It's ready for pickup.
the stuff he comes up with, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, this one. Oh wait, I was wrong. It doesn't have the VPRD on it, but it looks very interesting. Oh, it's about exorcism. Ooh.
Mm. That has got to be the one most creepiest, scariest movie I've ever watched. The
Ah,
Exorcist.
the Exorcist.
Oh God.
Yeah, that looks like some creepy shit.
Yeah.
Especially with how the makeup they used and the puking and peeing on the
Mm.
floor.
Mhm.
That'll probably give you some nice trauma for the future.
Well, it definitely gave me trauma after I watched it the first time because I was church going at the time, and boy, did that that messed me up.
Ugh. I think I remember reading somewhere that the set was cursed. That someone died during production, and after they finished filming it, the house got destroyed or something.
I heard that
Some
either
fucked up
the
shit.
yeah, definitely. Well, I heard either the writer or the director had a lot of nightmares afterwards. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look at that
Ah,
story.
if you had looked at the little girl that looks like a demon, you'd probably get nightmares too.
Yeah.
Was the peeing scene really necessary, though? Oh, look, Escargo's here. Hi, Escargo.
Hey, Escargo, how's it going, man? You know what, Miss Gothica? I don't remember the peeing scene, to be honest with you. I
I
blocked that from my mind.
No, I only know that because when they show you short clips of The Exorcist and things, that's normally the main one they show.
When they did like a remake of it. Not a remake, but they touched it up a little bit. There was a scene where she's crawling like a spider. That was creepy. That was not in the original.
Who stole it from who? Because in the garage they had that.
Yeah.
Because she's crawling on the floor.
Yeah, that's
well.
not. That's not fun
Poor
to watch.
actress. Her neck was probably killing her afterwards. I mean,
Poor
imagine
actress, poor audience. I mean, I just don't want. That's not entertainment, man.
Nah, I'm not possessed. This is natural.
Well, you know, if they could make a Hellboy story that could creep me out and scare the hell out of me, just like Exorcist, that would be cool. That would be something to look forward to, you know.
I can only imagine Hellboy in the peeing scenes. Like, oh crap!
Oh no, we don't need that.
If I was there, I'd say no. You mean oh piss?
Yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah,
and Piss
I
doesn't
don't
work
know.
well together.
Other than that, I really haven't watched The Exorcist.
Oh wait a minute, you've not seen that movie?
Oh, I see. Because you see all the clips all the time of the scene where she turns her head 180 degrees, where she pees or where she's crawling on the wall,
Well, you
on the
know,
ceiling. I mean,
well, if you like popcorn, Miss Gothica, and you're ever in the mood to watch the horror genre, that's my number one, I guess, favorite scary movie.
I wonder how they got her to do the voice, or someone else did it later, or she starts to do the demon talk. I'm still shocked they made it with such a young child.
You mean Linda Blair?
Maybe.
Huh? Yeah.
Nah, I mean, some of the scenes you think they'd already get like an older actor or actress to do the rest, where she starts turning into a demon.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess maybe it makes it scarier that it's a little girl.
Yeah. That's really low. The demon doing that, or the devil doing that, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Not to mention unnerving. Imagine seeing that face in the morning. Or worse, at night.
Yeah.
And I think even her mommy couldn't love her after that.
Well, you know, Miss Gothica, if you've never seen it, what would you say is the most scariest movie you've seen?
I don't know. I don't think I've watched that many horror movies. I don't know, maybe The Grudge was scary.
Oh, you saw The Grudge.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first one and the second one.
Now,
I saw the American ones. I haven't seen the Japanese.
Oh, I saw the Japanese one. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I saw the American ones.
Okay.
When I heard there were more of them, I was like, for what?
I know one is enough, right?
No, it's just, what are you going to tell? It's the same thing. You got the creepy possessed lady crawling on the floor like a spider.
Yeah.
Someone made a point once that, what's so scary? Just stomp her with your foot.
Jeez.
I was like, that would have been an interesting game. Imagine that's how you fight her.
I don't know. To be honest, I can't even remember the story now. It was so long ago when I saw the Japanese version.
I don't know in the Japanese version, but in the American one, this lady, she was in love with someone else. Her husband found out and killed her and killed their son.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
and the reason she's stayed on and possess and haunts people who live in her house is because when she was young, her mother used her to do exorcisms. Funny enough, she'd take the evil spirits out of other people and put them inside her daughter.
Oh my God.
I think that's what they talked about in the second one, because then we meet her sister.
Huh.
That was some shit.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I want to watch that again. You didn't sell it to me very well, Miss Gothica.
I don't know how you sell it well anyway. It's not
I know.
that fascinating.
I know, exactly.
I mean, I don't know as far as horror movie goes, if that's a good one, but certainly has scary effect. The Ring was scary too.
I saw The Ring, but I
Perhaps.
don't, and I saw the Japanese version.
Yeah, I must say I'm peeved at the undiversity of hair. It's always long black hair. Finally, no blondes. No, really, The Ring, The Grudge, something else. They all have long black hair, goes all over their face.
Uh-huh.
No one ever has no one ever has a bob cut. It just doesn't have the same effect.
What about The Omen? You ever saw that from the
The one
70s?
with the no, but I saw the modern one.
You did, and what'd you think of that?
It's pretty boring, I guess.
Hmm.
I thought it was based on Good Omens, the book by Neil Gaiman,
So,
because that one also has a kid, and he's also the son of the devil. And I'm like, so wait, is that the same thing?
okay, so wait a minute, Miss Gothica. Here we are on Halloween, and you can't tell me what your favorite you can't tell me what your favorite scary movie is. There must be one that you really, really enjoy.
Well, I liked
No,
Freddy
right?
Krueger,
Oh, okay. You saw
the
all the
first one.
nightmares, or the first
Yeah,
one. Okay, okay.
that one was fun, but I can't say I found it that scary. But I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah. Uh, maybe it wasn't that scary because it seemed so unreal, right?
No, I don't know. I talked about it later in school after I saw it, and one of
Hmm.
the ladies who worked in our school, she said, "Well, we saw it. It was terrifying." But back then when it came out,
Hmm.
she meant. I don't know. I watched it. I was like, I mean, this is entertaining.
Well, I guess for me, since I was going to church in my younger years, Exorcist is number one and Omen is the second because that just creeps me out. Just the idea
I
that,
never understood why they just made the same movie twice with The Omen. Because it's the same shit frame for frame, essentially.
you know
I
what?
just when I learned there's an original one, I was like, so what was the point of making a new one then? You didn't change anything. It's still the exact same shit,
Yeah,
just different actors.
right. Yeah, I remember watching the modern version and I go, what was the difference? Different actors, maybe. Um,
But that other than that, the storyline went the same. I think maybe in the new one, the mother's pregnant again.
gotta remember.
There's a scene where she's in the hospital and they tell her she's pregnant, and she's scared of Damien, and she doesn't want to have the baby. I don't know, something like that. I don't remember it really well.
Well, it's funny. You remember it better than I do.
I remember the basic plot. The kid is the son of the devil.
Uh-huh.
Some a priest gives the baby to him and his wife. I always assumed they just killed her baby because if she can get pregnant later, so she never had any problems then. And then just gave him this baby, like, here, don't tell your wife.
Oh my god. Oh, that's another
Yeah,
one that was
but,
creepy. Rosemary's Baby. Did you ever see that one?
no,
You never
I
saw
have
that.
heard a lot about it, but I've never actually watched it. Well, I can actually say another one I enjoyed.
Oh, here we go now.
The Evil Dead, yeah, Evil Dead, but
Oh
not the
yeah.
original one, the remake they did.
Oh,
I watched
okay.
that one. That was quite interesting.
Hmm.
You see, in that one, they at least did something different.
So for that one, you were entertained, huh?
I mean, that was some creepy shit there. Well done. Poor girl.
Jeez.
Lost her brother and her hand in the end. Oh, that was probably a callback to Ash.
Okay.
Because her
Spoiler
wrist
alert, by the
gets.
way.
I think, well, no one's watching, so it's okay. No one's getting any spoilers from this one.
Uh, yeah, that's funny. So next time we meet, maybe we can meet quarterly. Every couple months, and we'll just talk about Hellboys that we read,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah.
I should remember to put them on the side after I finish them, so I can have them prepared. I need to buy an individual box just for my Hellboys, so they'll be in one place.
Yeah. Well, for
him and Batman are probably the only two characters that I always buy comics from.
So that's so interesting to me because I used to love collecting Batman. But what do you like about Batman? Do you like him being the detective, or you like him finding bad guys? What is it you like about?
I love the modern Batman because I have the little book of Batman, which talks about the evolution he went through and all the different periods. And I love the modern dark era of him, where he's the detective and the crime fighter.
So there are a couple movies coming out with Batman in it. One is The Flash, and then next year is the one with Robert Pattinson doing Batman. Are you looking forward to any of that
can't.
stuff?
They put the sparkly vampire in a Batman suit. I can't. I will not get the image of him sparkling in the sun. I'm sorry.
You never know about these things because when Michael Keaton first was introduced as Batman, I thought, oh no, that's not right. It doesn't look right. But he made it work. So you never know till you see the movie, right?
I know, but I can't be fucked anymore. All these Batman movies, there's just too fucking many of them.
Right, so I agree. There's too many actors doing them. You gotta get mixed up, right?
I think they should give poor Batsy a break for like 10 years and then get back to it.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
First of all, there's a lot of stories they can take. Second of all, no Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I hate what they done with the costume. They took this part off, so his face is more open. It's like the stupidity they did with Catwoman in her new costume. They cut out holes in her armpits. This is why she needs ventilation. No, I'm just like the logic for the costume. She's climbing walls. She needs protection of leather all over. Now I get it. She shows the cleavage, but that's strategic. That distracts the enemies.
Oh, God. Well, on that note...
That's necessary.
I guess. It's a weapon, right?
Oh, yeah. She's using her
for distraction. Or
yeah.
Charm. Okay, if you want to call it that.
She's using her lady charm to distract the enemies. I don't know. I guess people will see it and like it. I'm done with superhero movies. I need a break.
But as I recall, you didn't even watch the last Avengers movies, the Endgame and Infinity War. You didn't see those, right?
I could not be fucked. 3 hours in the movie theater to get a cameo of Brie Larson? No, thank you.
Well, I watched it over and over again. Those two movies are so good. I think you should at least give it a chance with your popcorn, Miss Gothica.
I might try watching it, but I just can't be fucked. It's so long, and I haven't really been caught up with what's wrong with the characters. Ever since I started reading the comics, I don't like what they've done in the MCU. Except Tony. I still like Tony.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting point. I do like how they did the Tony stories in the movies. Because in the comics, I don't know, it just doesn't come to life as well.
Well, no, I mean, it's pretty similar. We still see the alcohol problem, the other real problems, the PTSD after being kidnapped and almost killed.
Yeah.
I think you still see it because there's that one famous story of him, the devil in the bottle, something that one issue where it touches on his problems with drinking.
I think the only thing that they messed up was the Mandarin. They could have made that a better
poor
character.
Mandarin. It was quite cool in that cartoon they did of Iron Man. There's an old cartoon I watched as a child. He's got all the rings. He's evil. And he has a mustache.
Well, he's cool in the comic books as well. He was really a formidable enemy.
And here they made him into the clown.
Clown actor.
No, I mean, well, what did they do? They hired an actor to pose as the Mandarin, but it was something else.
Right. It was
From what
something
I
else.
remember from in the second or first movie.
I think it was the third movie, was it not?
Isn't the third one where Pepper gets her
Powers, yeah.
temporary powers and
Mhm.
Tony gets the shreds out of his heart?
Yeah.
He finds a way to remove the what got inside his heart, why he needed his core,
Mhm.
from what I remember.
I think we're confusing the second and the third now. It's okay.
I think
It
that
don't
happened
matter.
in the third one.
It don't matter. It's just one big long movie, right?
No, yeah, the differences I know are between with Pepper and because in the second movie, Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan are married.
What? I don't remember that part.
Yeah, because they were dating in the comics. And he's like, "You're in
Oh.
love with Iron Man."
Mm, mm.
Now, I must say, in the movies, it's quite a nothing burger them being married.
A nothing burger. I've never heard
Well, I
that
mean,
term
it's
before.
mentioned, and that's about it.
Oh,
And then in the next movie, she's dating Tony, and I was like, "So we're not what? Nothing happened. They're cool about it."
I don't know. I don't know.
There's one funny part in the third one where he buys her this giant rabbit with chest as a gift.
I can't remember. But wait, are you talking about a cartoon or the movie?
No, the movie, the third movie, it's
What?
Valentine's or something. And in their
Oh,
house, he has this huge bunny sculpture that has some cartoon boobies. And he's like, "Happy Valentine's, dear," or something like that.
that is so weird. I don't even remember that. Because
Yeah,
because
that was odd. I was like, why?
because the thing that stands out for me in the third movie is the kid. How he has that relationship with the kid, and they built the cars and all that stuff.
Then the third one, I think it's in the Avengers movies already.
Hmm.
I don't remember. The ones, I think over time, all the MCU movies just get mashed in your brain.
I think that's what
Because the
happened.
formula repeats itself over and over again.
Kind of does, yeah.
And then there's the end credits, the most important thing.
But you can't miss those. You got to watch through the whole thing.
Can't be fucked. There's so many Marvel movies we're about to leave. If the black credits are rolling, we're like, okay, Dad's like, let's go.
I
We're
almost did
almost
that.
leaving, and then, wait, there's a scene now.
I almost did that with Black Widow. I said, "Oh, there can't be an end scene," but there was, so I had to go sit through the
But
whole
what did
thing
they do it for? Well, what are they showing?
on Black
She's
Widow.
dead.
So they show the sister at the cemetery, and I guess this is going to connect this with the Hawkeye series that's coming up.
Oh,
Yeah, so that
I was
was
like,
the
is
reason
the
for it.
sister getting a show of her?
Well, she'll be in Hawkeye.
Yeah, the interesting part, like in the comics, you know how in the movies they made her infertile?
Hmm.
Like that was her prize for completing the course in Russia.
Right, the Red Room
Yeah,
curriculum.
they removed her. Well, I don't know what they did exactly, but so she never gets pregnant.
Right, right.
But in the comics and in like cartoon movies, she does. I remember there's one there. Yeah, there's a cartoon movie where she and Steve Roger are a thing, and they have a son.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
know about
movie.
that. Oh my
It's a
gosh.
movie where Tony takes their son. He takes the son of Thor, I think, the daughter of Thor, and I don't know, a few others Avengers have kids. Tony takes all of them and runs with them to space because something's attacking Earth, I think.
Wow, I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to look this up.
I don't even remember. I think I might have saw it on TV.
Okay, you're not making
It
it
was
up, right, Miss Gothica?
no, it was real. That was real. I don't remember who else. Oh, Hawkeye has a kid there too. And who else? Anyway, there's a few Avenger kids. Tony takes them, and he's the one raising them and he tells them about their parents. I don't remember what it's called. I think it might even be based on a comic. But there is a movie like that. You got Thor's daughter, Captain America and Black Widow's son. I think you have some twins there, maybe. And there's one little baby, the youngest child. I don't remember whose kid he is, but I think he can fly.
Oh,
So that's interesting.
okay.
I wonder if we'll ever come to a point where Hellboy has a kid.
Okay.
I made a Hellboy babushka, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's cool. So
I bought a babushka and I painted it like Hellboy. Now I painted each, the tiniest one is him as a baby.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
each stage he gets older and older. And then the last one, I painted him and he has a little baby. I figured the stages of life. So what's the...
Well, the next time we meet, you got to show me that. That sounds so cool.
I can show it to you afterwards. I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, cool.
It's not too far away. It's here in the living room.
You know, you said something that I don't remember too about the second Hellboy movie. You said Liz got pregnant, or Liz? Okay.
Yeah.
So who's the dad?
Hellboy.
Oh, okay.
Hellboy's the dad.
Well, the second movie was not as memorable as the first.
They're a couple in the second movie. And Liz is very worried because she's pregnant and she doesn't know how she and Hellboy will work out.
I got to say, that was not a good movie. I don't remember it that well.
I remember it. It's like in the end, they all quit the BPRD and Liz and he's like, so we'll get a house with a fence for the kid. And then Liz goes... There's two of them.
Well, the only thing that made sense there is them quitting BPRD because
the one guy they had with them that helped them was such a prick. I remember. That's what I remember about him. He always annoyed Hellboy. And he was so worried about the presses. Which is interesting, because in the comics, they never talk to the press, so I don't know why suddenly they did add that there.
Now you got me curious. Now I want to watch the second movie.
It happens in the first one, I think.
Oh, does it? Okay, now you're...
Yeah, because the funny thing is the BPRD seem to be quite known or accepted, because Hellboy and his team, they're sent to all these places, and no one ever seems to have a problem, so... I found that interesting that they suddenly made it a thing in the movies. Because I thought back to it and I was like, so why did that matter?
So, you probably know this better than I do. Hellboy exists for a long period of time, a stretch over more than 50 years, right?
Yeah. Because they discovered him during the Second World War.
Right. So how old is Liz then? Is she immortal as well?
No. Liz was born in the 70s. She's not immortal. She was born in the 70s to a Jewish American family.
Oh, you know all these details.
I know she's Jewish, then she lived in America.
Okay.
And she's very guilty because she accidentally killed her entire family with her pyrokinetic powers. She got upset over something and she burned the whole house, her mother, her father, and her little brother. That is someone mentioned in the book I have, because there's a story with Liz running away again from the BPRD.
So, is Liz still alive, or in the comics, that is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the Hellboy stories, they normally show you that they always go back. It's like the
Right.
70s or the 80s or the 90s.
I'm still in the 50s.
But I don't know if it ever goes to the 2000s.
Okay.
It's mentioned here, right here. I'll show you the page. This is already an old story, so I don't think it matters really.
Yeah, well, I'll get
Gotta
to
be
it
careful
eventually.
with the new comics, by the way, because if you show too many pages from the middle, they give you trouble later. So you don't leak all their content.
Yeah.
Where is he? Ah, there he is. 1 second. Yes, there we go. Here he tells him, but I'm pretty sure it was 2001 when I quit the bureau. And there we see Hellboy's adventures. He goes to the jungle, and then some mermaids kidnap him, and then some fish.
Wow, that's incredible art, I gotta say.
Yeah. You know what? There's not really detailed boobies. Never mind.
I wasn't looking for them. Gothic.
Nah, yeah, YouTube, in case you're looking, those are potatoes.
Strategically placed plants. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it's mermaids. They don't really have human boobs. So, YouTube, those are potatoes.
There you go.
In case you're wondering.
Marine potatoes.
Yeah, marine potatoes. And they're not real boobies. Yeah, so then there's because now this whole story in here is a hallucination Hellboy's having. Because I in the beginning when I read it, when they cuffed him, they conveniently had one handcuff for his small hand and one for his stone hand, and I was like, man, they prepared that quickly, didn't they? That's convenient.
Well, I ain't gonna hold him. I mean, handcuffs.
It does, though.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing I guess is good about Hellboy as well, that they don't make him invincible. He can get hurt. He does still have to be careful.
Yeah, like this one right here. He's up against this guy. I mean, he's like, ugh, right?
Yeah, again, he has to. He's, not this invincible tank. Yeah, mare boobies. Let's call him that. Yeah, he's talking. I don't want to highlight the comment, but it's here on the side. If you look, press comments on the side here, the stream.
I don't want to look. I'm afraid.
Nah, it doesn't say anything, but it's clearly a porn channel. It just leads you later into a different adult website.
Oh, gosh.
I love them. They leave comments on my channel a lot.
Do they really?
Yeah, I even had some Instagram ladies approach me.
Oh.
I'm like, honey, I'm not into that. You can find some man. The right hand of doom.
Yeah.
Or doom, as Mr. Gray would say. Yeah, so there's a lot of some really this lady here that the Hellboy meets. She's creepy as fuck.
Most ladies that he meets are kind of creepy, I gotta say.
Yeah, I haven't been lucky with the ladies. Yeah, she belongs to a society. She doesn't have a hairline either. She belongs to this society that is there to prove mysteries and myths. I guess that's what happened to her hairline. Too much stress. Look at that face.
She's drawn really ghastly and creepy looking, huh?
Well, I mean, I suppose if you did all the research she did, you'd also lose some hair. Yeah, but she has, I was quite curious about the society she belonged to. I wish that we had more stories about them. Because they uncover all these myths that want to prove that they're real. And there's actually mentions of Adam and Eve in here, because she's looking for the snake that
The snake that tempted Eve.
yeah.
Uh,
She wants to look for him. She wants the snake to give her knowledge, because there was this kind of at stake in society that some of its people also wanted to find the snake because they thought knowledge would make them happy. Ooh, they got fucked over. Very badly. I guess they never learned from Adam and Eve.
I remember OMG Chris always saying how colorful your commentary was about your reviews.
Yeah, he was trying to be nice about it.
I think he was.
Okay, Chris did always tell me he enjoyed my videos. Yeah, man,
Well,
I wish I could tell about all these new ones, though. I wonder what you think about them.
I'm sure you like it. I mean, I've enjoyed everything I've read so far, so I'm pretty sure he would have liked it.
Yeah, I wish I could show him the new videos and me bitching about YouTube. As I always do. That's probably why they don't like me. Susan heard me say something not nice. Now she's offended.
Who?
The CEO of YouTube.
Oh, you think she was?
No. She doesn't give a shit. She only pays attention to the big channels.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
No, not really. I mean, corporate greed.
The money, yeah. That's what they're looking for.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I blame the Facebook moms. It's all their fault. They didn't watch little Timmy to make sure he didn't go on adult websites. We should probably blame Simon and the lady he showed.
There you
Mommy
go.
saw Timmy watching the microphone licking lady.
We're gonna have to let Simon watch this. How much we trash talk him.
He's not gonna watch this. He'll see the time and he's like, no way.
Yeah.
Now Simon needs a break from me. I was on his stream last night.
Oh, were you really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does his collectible show. Where you do 5 rounds. I was on the show last night, me and Sanimation. And I think Simon regrets till now that he invited both of us at the same time. Yeah, here we go. Collectibles show and tell.
I'm going to have to look up that one.
Simon shouldn't invite me if he wants a clean show. I also showed the Funko Pop of the director of the first 2 Hellboy movies.
What?
Yeah, it's a bit too far away now, but I got
that's okay. Next time.
I got the Funko Pop, and because it has 666 on the box.
Oh my god!
Now I don't know if Funko did that on purpose or not, but if on purpose, that's fantastic. If by accident, that's even funnier. Because 666 is the devil, and Hellboy is the devil.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he's the son of the devil.
Right. And
not exactly.
And his mom is human, right?
Human, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to piece.
Poor lady got dragged to hell. Well, it wasn't really the normal form of conception of babies we know. It was a mystical one.
Yeah, mystical one.
Because she was pregnant all this time. She's already an old lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she gives birth to Hellboy in hell anyway.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to reading that story.
Well, there's nothing really graphic there. It's just very sad. I mean, poor lady. She got the priest and the nun trying to protect her, and
well, I guess sometimes you just don't want to see the origin stories, because some of those stories they don't. I don't know. I don't find them entertaining sometimes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much entertainment you find out your dad's an asshole.
Well,
poor Hellboy.
I know. For me, it's just Hellboy beating up the bad guys. That's the entertainment that I
Well,
find.
Daddy inspired him for it. Daddy wanted him to be this king of hell and destruction.
Yeah.
Because his real name is Amun-Ra.
Uh-huh.
Because the professor named him Hellboy in the comics.
Uh-huh.
They didn't know what to name him other than that. They like saw him, this like little devil.
Yeah, Hellboy in diapers.
Well, no, when he first appeared, he wasn't wearing a diaper.
Well, he was butt naked, I know.
There's no diapers in hell. You poop freely in hell. Later on, he gets some clothes, but he came butt naked.
Yeah.
Because Rasputin called him, and he's like, Hellboy is supposed to obey me. And then Hellboy doesn't obey him. And I'm like, my man, Rasputin, you should have went and got him when he was a kid and influenced him. What do you want? He grew up with a professor.
Yeah, that timeline doesn't make sense. You think he would have got to him sooner, right?
No, because in the Seed of Destruction, he summons him. Hitler thinks he'll help him. Mm-hmm. And so they're all there standing. They're about to summon Hellboy to that place. But he's reappears in a different place when he's summoned. So the professor and the other BPRD people get to him first. Rasputin's like, okay, this is how they're supposed to go. And that's it. He leaves. Then there's that lady who's the lover of a vampire. I think Dracula's even in there. In the Seed of Destruction.
I believe so, yeah.
Because there's the blonde lady who later becomes the Iron Maiden.
Uh-huh.
The Dracula met her, brought her to be one of his wives. Then she convinced him to assist Rasputin, I think it was.
I don't know why, but I think that Iron Maiden character is probably the coolest nemesis of Hellboy.
Scary as fuck, isn't she?
She is, and I don't know if they use her enough. And I hope they bring her back somehow, some way.
Well, they probably do, because she doesn't die. Mm-hmm. She fights off Hellboy, but then she disappears, because when they're flying home,
right.
The BPRD men tell Hellboy they did a sweep, but they couldn't find her. Mm-hmm. Hellboy's like, yeah, that's better. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. She might reappear.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Yeah, just like the Terminator, but uglier.
I think Mike Mignola takes his time with his stories, too. I heard that there was this one story he wrote, I'm looking forward to finding it, where it took him 5 years to write it. So it must be good.
Well, let's hope. Imagine it being disappointing.
Oh,
You're like, you worked 5 years on this?
That would suck.
But I mean, hey, you never know. You might read something and like, And I'm sure eventually I'll get to a Hellboy story I might like less. It's bound to happen. Mm-hmm. There are Batman stories that I liked less as well. Mm-hmm. Can't really like everything.
Yeah, well, I definitely like the original Batman stuff with Bruce. But you see Dick Grayson becoming Batman, or you see this new iteration of Batman, or even Batman Beyond.
I loved the Batman Beyond. I watched that as a kid. I loved it.
Oh, I love the cartoons. The cartoons are fun. Yeah,
that was awesome.
It was, wasn't it? I mean, you do see Bruce
I love Terry. I love Terry a lot. Mm-hmm. Terry was cool.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Was he Jim Gordon's son?
I don't know. If he was Jim Gordon's son, then he's Batgirl's brother.
No,
because Barbara is Jim Gordon's daughter, right?
Adopted daughter, depending on what iteration you go with. I think.
I didn't know she was ever adopted. Wow, that's funny.
I think she's adopted because Gordon has. I don't know. I know because if you read Batman Year One, he has a wife named Barbara and a son. But later on, he has Barbara Gordon, his daughter. So I was like,
Right.
wait,
Right.
did they have a daughter and then they just
Yeah. For a long.
okay, no, Mr. Gray says that Terry doesn't have relation to anyone. Okay, but I just know that his dad, Terry's dad, knew Batman, knew Bruce,
Oh,
because that's their connection.
I don't remember that part. I gotta go look that up.
Yeah, because he does. I mean, how does he go to see Batman? They
You
made
know-
it realistic too, because there's no more. Sadly, why did his name escape me?
Alfred.
His butler. Yeah, Alfred's no longer there anymore.
Well, Bruce is so old by this time, and
Yeah,
and Barbara Gordon is the commissioner, is she not? She takes over.
I don't remember
Yeah.
who's the commissioner there.
Maybe I'm confusing things now.
I don't think there's any Gordons, because Gordon would probably be dead by then too, because he's much older than Bruce.
Let me think about this now. Isn't there a commissioner?
Was
Barbara
meant
Gordon
to be
somewhere?
adopted at one point, I think Mr. Gray says.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't remember, because in Batman Year One he has a son and a wife named Barbara, but then in other comics she's his daughter.
Yeah, I always thought Barbara was an only child, but there are some stories where there's two kids. There's a son and a daughter.
Yeah, I don't know, because in the Nolan films he has two sons, and I don't remember what movie. His wife leaves him and takes the children. I think she was
Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Commish.
What, Barbara?
The older Barbara.
There's too many Barbaras.
Yeah, there's too many Barbaras.
The only Batgirl story I read in comics was the newer ones. There's one. It's not that new. It's already at least 5 years old. There's a series of Batgirl. I don't know if I still have the comics or not. I might have sold them off.
Yeah, there's so many different Batgirls, and that's something that kind of disappointed me. There was the Stephanie Brown, and then there's
I only know Barbara. I don't know
I
any
only
of the
like
other
Barbara.
ones.
Right.
I really love Barbara in the Arkham games.
Oh, you mean in PlayStation or Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those games.
I got the Xbox. Yeah.
I love the Catwoman they have there.
Yeah.
I love her costume. Yeah, I love the costume. That costume is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could put different costumes, or I think they call them sleeves or something like that.
I don't know. I just you can't keep up.
No.
With all that. And then there's another Batgirl, the silent one.
Yeah. Not into that.
And then there's the Batwoman, which I don't really know much about, except that she's a lesbian.
Okay.
That's about all I know about her.
No judgment.
And she wears the red wig.
She wears a red wig. And back in the day, Batgirl wore the red wig, right?
Yeah, because at first Barbara had short brown hair, and she wore the redhead wig so no one would recognize her. But later, she actually has red hair, and she still wears it. And, no, she doesn't wear the wig, but now it's her natural hair.
Right.
And I'm like, so how's that much of a costume then?
I know.
I mean,
People
isn't
go,
her
"Isn't
dad
that
gonna
Barbara?"
be? Yeah, how many redheads do you think there are?
I know.
Is not enough redheads for that.
Yeah, some comic book stories didn't make sense. Like, I mean, just Clark Kent with glasses. I mean, he looks like Superman. Come on.
Yeah, but in the original, he had this way to distort his face. When first Superman,
really?
yeah,
I
when
don't
first
know
Superman
that.
came out, the reason why no one could recognize him is he distorted his face.
Okay, well, I thought maybe he just combed his hair.
The curl.
The curl,
No.
right?
Yeah, like that's it. No one's gonna
That's it.
recognize me.
No one will recognize me now.
Yeah. No, but the real reason was he used some kind of like the Flash might do the distort. He used
Right.
something like that, so when he was Superman, no one could really say what his face looked like.
So that's the story, huh?
Okay. Recently, there was a son who is a serial killer. Yeah, for someone who doesn't get married, Betsy has a lot of children. Cassandra Cain was muted first. Yeah, she was. She was mute. And I think that was a retcon. What about the hair? Maybe the hair. I don't know. I just know she at some point wore a wig. And then she no longer wore a wig. Yeah, so that's how they did that with... There's new covers of Bad Girl where her mask doesn't cover shit.
What?
You know, the bad eyes are like this big.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I think it's just covers, but I was like, that is so dumb to wear. Might as well just take it off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what is it hiding? You can easily see who it is. Like slapping a bit of paint on your forehead. There, no one will recognize me.
You know, I kind of hated it after Killing Joke where Barbara was Oracle.
I want to read The Killing Joke.
You've never read it?
No, I haven't yet. I want to.
Oh my gosh. That's one
hear.
of the ones that brought me back.
No, the face vibration of soups. Ah, that was a retcon. They changed that. So I guess now people are just retarded and they're like, curl and glasses. No one will know the difference.
Yeah, no one will know.
No one is.
No one's paying attention.
Yeah, I'll just take off my glasses, do this. Lois Lane, a top journalist. I don't know who that is.
You would think he would color his hair, at least.
Yeah, at least. Or wear some. Let's not question it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's best.
Uh-huh.
Just accept it.
Well, back in the day, he had a hat, so I guess no one notices.
He had a hat as a journalist.
Right. Uh-huh.
I love the mullet Superman.
I hated that.
I liked him as a journalist, and he had the ponytail.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because my dad had a similar haircut when he was young.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My dad used to have long hair and a ponytail when I was a baby.
Oh.
So maybe that's why I like it.
Oh,
It reminds me of my dad. It would be interesting if someone ever drew Hellboy as a human. How would he look? That'd be something. I should try that, actually.
Like Ron Perlman, maybe? No.
Nah. Just take the Mike Mignola version and just make it human looking. What would it look like? That'd be interesting. Is it Mike Mignola or Mignola?
I always say it's Mignola, and I don't know if that's right.
Because we have a shop here called Magnolia.
Oh, do you really?
It sells jewelry for ladies.
Well, however you pronounce his name, Mike Mignola, he must have a lot of jewelry now because the money he's made doing Hellboy all these years. I mean, I can't think of another comic book creator that was so successful.
Spawn?
Doing...
McFarlane?
I don't know if I like Spawn. Spawn's okay.
No, I mean success-wise.
Yeah, I don't know.
McFarlane's was very successful after he did Spawn.
To me, I think McFarlane was successful after Spider-Man. He did all that Spider-Man. He was well known for that. I don't know if I liked it.
And Spider-Man taking a #2 cover.
The #2 cover.
I don't know. He's just sitting. He looks like he's about to take a #2.
Well, you know.
That's why all the spiders are running away. No one's about to happen.
Okay. You're taking this on a weird tangent, Miss Gothica.
No, because it looks like a pretty cover, and then when I finally had it in my hands, I was like, man, this is fuck ugly.
See, so now I'm always going to think about it that way. Thanks a lot.
Well, what can I say? That position is just not it. You should have really changed it. Also, the art inside is so ugly. Ugh.
I like the art. Wait a minute. Spawn or Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man.
Really? I like the McFarlane Spider-Man.
I don't know. I looked inside the art. The only good-looking part was Mary Jane. Everything else was so fugly.
Wait a minute. What did Mary Jane look like? I'm gonna have to look that up again. I can't remember now.
It's in that it's that famous cover, that storyline with the lizard. I don't know. I found the art so ugly. It was like, ugh.
For a while, I thought Mignola art was ugly. Now, after all these years, I appreciate it more.
I don't know. Everything just has this this ugly hue to it. I don't know. I just can't.
What, McFarlane?
Yeah.
For me, the only Spawn collectible that I'd go after is the Gunslinger or the Gunfighter. What is that called?
Well, I had a Gunslinger comic.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, the cover was of him as a gunslinger.
Oh,
that was quite cool.
Yeah. And you would think with his powers, why is there someone with a gun? It doesn't add up.
Well, it's all about them variant covers.
Yeah. Hellboy.
That's the one thing you can appreciate about Hellboy. No 60 variant covers.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because they're like every comic is like 60 variants, and a lot of them have nothing to do with the fucking comic even.
Right. I was getting into that so much with the Batman covers. So it would every week or every couple of weeks they would have 2 Batman covers of the same issue. I was like, oh, why? Yeah.
I was like, who cares?
And even just the one cover, look at that. It's $3.50 for one issue. God, that's so expensive.
Yeah, it is. And here in Israel, that's 18 shekels.
Oh my God.
Trust me, it's really not a lot of money these days. You can't even go to the store with that.
Well, that's why
that
I've gone
might
digital.
buy you some gum.
Well, this is why I've gone digital. It's free, Just borrow from the library.
Perhaps. I don't know if digital's that beneficial for them because people can just hack it and that's it. They don't have to pay you.
Well, the digital stuff used to be bad. I used to hate it. But now the software that we have, you can zoom in and it goes through each panel and you can read
At
each
least
panel.
that's more convenient now.
Yeah. It's not like what it
I
was
don't know.
before.
Yeah, I was like, there's 60 million covers to the same thing. And I, as someone who reads, looks at it and like, it's all the same inside. What does it matter?
It's the same issue, yeah. They did that with the first Walking Dead. There's so many different covers. Like, wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's the same shit inside anyway. Does it really matter?
Yeah.
It's not going to change. I mean, I get it if, like, this variant shit, they had something extra on the inside. Maybe I get the hype of buying it, but it's the same thing. Does it really matter which one you get? And some of them are so expensive. Shit. Like, you get the same exact comic, but because of a variant, you have to pay $2 extra. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. It's the same thing. Why do I have to pay you extra just because the cover's different?
And they don't want to stop. They're still doing it. Even with Black Widow, there's at least 2 covers for each issue. And it's like, of course I have to buy both, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Although maybe Whack Comics would, but then he rips them apart.
He rips them
and makes
apart.
a statue. Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you don't want heart palpitations, don't watch Whack Comics.
Okay, I'll avoid it. Thank you.
Nah, I mean, he destroys comics, so be forewarned. If you don't like watching comics get turned into paper mache, into dolls, into toilet paper, smeared with hand gel,
Well, when I was a kid, the only reason why I would destroy my comics, I would just rip out the ads because to me it interfered with the story. Because I love rereading my issues, and then I would cut out the superhero that was on the corner, the corner
I
box.
made a
I would do that.
collection.
Make a
Wait,
collection of that, right? Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Make a scrapbook collection.
Well, yeah, I guess you could do that too.
Put them in a scrapbook. And then years later, everyone's, are you stupid? You could have had so much money now.
I know. I didn't know better. I wish I knew back then what I knew now. I know.
Yeah, if you go back in time, you'd find yourself as a kid. Don't destroy those comics. They'll buy us a Ferrari later.
And honestly, I never thought about comics that way. I always loved rereading them. If I could buy some of
them
these
to
ones,
death.
I would reread them to death. I would find something new, and it was just fun.
I mean, the one issue of first issues of Superman is like what, a few million was sold for.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, I can see it for back then because paper, they didn't preserve it as much, so I can get that from then because that's a piece of history, and there weren't so many copies. But nowadays, I mean, is it really going to be that much of a struggle to find one? Is it really going to be worth that much money in 10 to 15 years?
Well,
man, this lady's persistent.
Well, she's trying to sell you her channel.
Yeah. Maybe it's an automatic bot, so it doesn't really care.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, so what they do nowadays is they put a first appearance of a character, and the price of the comic book goes up even before you have a chance to go pick it up at the store. So you have to pre-order it months ahead of time. That's what I've been doing to Black Widows. And it's like, if I don't do that, I miss out.
Yeah, I only do that for Hellboy or some Batsy comics. I'm selective with the Batman, though. If it's something new story or new characters, I just, hard pass.
I have not got into that.
Hi, Mr. Damien. The Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah. I mean, great covers and stuff, but I haven't gotten into it. I mean, to me, I like Bruce Wayne, and I can leave it at that.
Yeah, too many new Batsies. There's not going to be a black Batsy.
Were they trying to do that? Were they trying to get a new Batman?
It's already out and no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
I remember it was a month ago on Kamikaze. I was like, hard pass. It's not Bruce. I don't care.
Right.
And then no one talked about it. I was like, because another thing is his face is now blocked here as well. So I'm like, yeah, but why?
I know.
I mean, if you're already gonna do it, just do it.
And why can't they come up with a new character? They should have just done that.
Well, Mr. Aesthete, that would require imagination, effort.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have that.
I guess so.
That's too much work for today's whoever
Creators.
works in DC. Yeah. It's too much work.
I know. Jeez.
And they don't have the energy, between smoking weed and doing something else. That's why I complained about editors over the past 2 years in Marvel and sometimes DC. They don't really edit.
Yeah, you wonder what they do.
They smoke weed and masturbate in between and occasionally look at the comic. Seriously, I read comics with mistakes that I didn't believe editors would allow. I'm like, what are you guys doing there? What, partying too hard out in the weekend? You go back to work and you're shit-faced? They're lying with their head on the comic drooling.
Oh, geez.
The guy who comes to pick that up, he says, that's it? Okay, I'll put it in print.
The other thing that's going wrong with comic books, sorry, I don't mean to change the subject, but we're getting comic books. Anyway. We're getting comics that are damaged. It's like, what is Diamond doing, right? They sent it to the
Yeah,
store, and
they weren't really well prepared for the plague of unknown origins.
but what does that have to do with anything? I mean, the comic book should arrive. I mean, you pay good money for the comic book. Should arrive in good shape.
Well, that, and they weren't prepared for when they didn't have any money, so that didn't help them either.
Yeah.
Should have prepared a bit better.
Mm.
No, I mean, you'd think a company who does this for so long would be ready.
You would think. I mean,
But
I heard they're using new distributors now, but I don't know if that's going to help.
Well, as long as they don't give you paper that's the quality of toilet paper, I'm happy. No, because some new comic books are so thin, and I have sweaty fingers. And I'm peeved at that. Like, come on. I mean, I can't hold the damn thing without getting ink on my fingers.
But equally bad is a comic book that has thick pages and the comic book sucks. Again, what are the editors doing, right?
Well, nothing. They're watching adult videos in between. That's why they're so distracted.
Your thinking is really funny, Miss Gothica.
I don't know. I mean, what else could possibly distract you that much? Maybe cat videos.
What videos?
Cat videos.
Cat.
Watching cat videos, they're completely distracted.
Okay.
No, I mean, seriously, how distracted do you have to be to obvious mistakes that I, someone who has shit experience in editing, can spot?
Yeah.
If a moron like me can spot your editing mistakes, what are you paid for? Hire me, Marvel or DC. I'll do it for free. I bet I could do a better job half asleep.
You know, I don't think I could read comic book after comic book after comic book. I don't think so. I would, as much as I love comics, I would. Paper makes me cautious about buying. Yeah, I've gone digital, so I don't care so much about the paper lately.
Well, they can use paper that's a little bit better, not like toilet paper. Seriously, I've had sturdier toilet paper than that. It's kind of sad when toilet paper is sturdier than your comic.
That's extremely sad.
Maybe they're actually using toilet paper. We don't know. That's why the comic books don't hold up. They're printing on toilet paper.
You know, I've noticed that when I do read, it's not just
you get ink on your fingers.
You get ink on your fingers, or you get your fingerprints on them. But also, sometimes the print is so small, I have to read with a magnifying glass.
It's probably understaffing. DC cuts 30% off the staff last year. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe they're investing more in the movies that no one will watch.
Well, I am looking forward to the DC movies. That Flash and Batman is coming out pretty soon. So,
if it's the Flash of the Ezra guy, I'm not gonna bother.
You don't like him so much, huh?
It just doesn't feel like the Flash.
Yeah,
and he's not blonde.
I do like the TV guy better. What's his name? Grant Gustin.
I just like the cartoon Flash. You know, he had humor about him, but he wasn't an idiot.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen the Flash from the 1960s? Those cartoons? Oh, those were fun.
Well, hell, my parents weren't even born.
Ouch.
No, really, my dad and mom were born in the early 70s.
Oh, really? I was born in the 60s, so I'm older than your parents, huh? Ouch.
Well, also, we lived in Russia, so there weren't all these shows.
How old were you again when you left Russia? You were like 3 or 4?
3 or 4. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Wow. You don't remember anything, though, huh? I mean, that's yeah.
Well, I'm not Salvador Dali. He remembered, apparently, being 3 years old.
I don't believe that.
Who knows?
That
The
guy's a
brain's a
weirdo.
mysterious thing.
That guy's a weirdo for sure.
A famous weirdo,
Famous weirdo.
but a weirdo, maybe.
He's the guy with the
And
weird mustache, right? I mean,
he's the one who painted the melting clocks.
yes, the melted clocks.
I quite like the melted clocks.
I do like that artwork too, actually.
I
Yeah,
didn't
some
know
of
who
the
painted them was Salvador Dali.
yeah, some of the greatest artists, they got that weird thing up here.
Well, I mean, they create some awesome shit, so I'm not complaining. I mean, nowadays they don't really have anything in there, and they still create things, but well, they're generic.
Yeah. Well, Miss Gothica, we're on the 2-hour mark, and I'm starting
And
to
no
make
one's
noises.
watching.
I'm making funny noises with my stomach, so it's
Time for
lunchtime.
lunch.
Time for lunch for me. So,
Yeah, so we'll do this again.
well, thanks for having me on. We definitely got to do this.
I
again.
thought you were Dali. Well, I'm definitely weird, so maybe I'm halfway there. Now I just need to grow a mustache.
Oh, you know, by the way, your name. I like the origin of your name. You named yourself after that movie with Halle Berry. Right?
Yeah, Gothica.
I have to watch that movie. Is that good? Gothica?
Yeah. Oh, look, The Amazing Mercenator. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was an interesting one.
Yeah, I gotta go check it out. Did you? Who else was in that movie? Halle Berry and who else?
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta.
And I named Matilda because of the book by Roald Dahl, Matilda.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's the book. He has a book named Matilda.
Yeah.
Ah, great! Now that we're finishing, someone arrives.
Everyone
Yay!
shows up. So maybe
Matilda Daica.
Matilda Dalica.
Dalica.
So maybe once a quarter, Miss Gothica, huh? Like every couple
what's
months?
a quarter again?
I guess every 3 months, every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
That way I have time to read the omnibus and I can
during
catch
the
up
new
and-
year.
Yeah.
So maybe around January then.
Yeah, end of January, like
Or
after-
February beginning.
beginning February or end of January, either one.
Yeah, one of those. We should do this again.
Well, that way
I'm
I
gonna
have time.
get-
Well, that way I have time to read. Because you seem to have you seem to remember so much. I don't remember
Well, at
anything.
least my brain's good for something. It's
Yeah,
mostly useless for anything else.
Yeah, I only have a couple marbles left, so I'm deteriorating. So I have to.
That's my goal.
That's
I
your
need to
goal.
be the Hellboy encyclopedia.
Cool.
25 cents.
Yeah.
That's a quarter too.
Yeah.
Or how would that? I don't know how that much that would be in shekels.
Yeah.
At least next time I don't have to wear Halloween makeup.
Hey, well, or you could. It's up to you. Or your red wig, your Batgirl wig.
I don't have a red wig. My head's too big for a wig. Aesthete back at YouTube.
Yeah, before that Talax of Mighty video, it was like 14 months since I last made my last vid. So
Yeah, it's sad. He made his reappearance on my channel.
there you go.
Hi, Sleepy. Yeah, what a name. You say hi, Sleepy, and you're like, who?
Well, thank you again, Miss Gothica, for having me on. Seriously,
Thank
it
you
was
for
fun.
coming, Mr. Aesthete.
And thank you for getting me into Hellboy because I'm really digging the stories. They are fun,
Well,
actually.
I'm glad my
Seriously.
videos did something.
Finally, I found something that you read that I liked.
Everything else is violence, boobs,
Yeah. There you go.
more violence.
No,
Everyone's
but,
like, ugh.
yeah, in a couple of months. Let me read a couple more omnibuses and then
Yeah,
we'll
I need to
reconvene for
finish
sure.
my other Hellboys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
Join
wanna
us
hear
for more Hellboy.
Saturn Returns. I want to see if I can find that one as well. Saturn Returns.
Yeah, Saturn Returns. Into
Hopefully-
the Silent Sea is very cool.
Well, yeah, and hopefully I can read them for free.
I think you can. The Silent Sea is already a few years old.
Yeah.
I think it's probably somewhere. Oh, next I should read Hellboy in Hell. Well, we're all in hell, just
I
differently.
do. Well, I do wish you had Hoopla through your library because that way you read all the Hellboy because there's so much.
That's Israel here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us decades to catch up.
Yeah, you'll get there, I'm sure.
I mean, we do have Netflix. So I don't know how helpful that is.
Wait a minute. Do you watch Netflix?
Nope. I haven't watched TV in years.
Okay, never mind. Well,
I can't be fucked.
Well,
No, I mean it's just what's the point of me paying for a service I'll use once every blue moon?
Well, on Netflix there was a cool comic book series on there, Jupiter's Legacy. I think you might like that.
I thought Jupiter Ascending. That was a movie with Mila Kunis.
Really?
Yeah, and Channing Tatum, I think it was.
No kidding.
Is that an interesting idea.
Is that based on the comic book?
I don't remember. I just remember going to watch it.
Okay.
It's about aliens. Some weird aliens,
I think
too.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But I don't think that's the same thing as Jupiter's Legacy, though. I think that's different.
No, probably not. Yeah. They never went anywhere with that movie. Like a lot of Hollywood stuff.
Right.
It was there, and then it was, oh, shit. Just remembered there's something I need to do.
Okay, well, it's time for me to hop off anyway. I got to go eat.
All right, thank you for the few people who are here. Thank you to the porn channel for contributing to view time. I wish you luck with finding clients. You can join us again in the future
next time.
Yeah, you can bring your girlfriends too.
There you go.
I'm sure we'll love the company, though not the kind of company you're thinking of.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, bye, and happy Halloween, everyone. Watch scary movies. And
see you next time.
Don't eat too many candies.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.